Imagine a land so parched it hadn't seen a drop of rain for years. This was the reality of Israel during the reign of King Ahab. The land was gasping for water, the people desperate for relief. And in the midst of this crisis, a prophet named Elijah emerged with a bold declaration. He announced to the king, "No dew or rain will fall except at my command, for I serve the Lord, the God of Israel." Elijah, guided by divine instruction, retreated to the brook Cherith. There, ravens delivered bread and meat to sustain him. But even this brook dried up due to the relentless drought. The Lord then directed Elijah to Zarephath, to a widow who would provide for him. Upon arrival, Elijah found the widow gathering sticks. He requested water and a slice of bread. The widow shared what she had. She had only a handful of flour and a little oil left, just enough for one final meal for her and her son before they succumbed to starvation. But Elijah, with unshakable faith, assured her, "Do not fear. Make me a small loaf of bread first, then prepare for you and your son. For the Lord, the God of Israel, has promised that your jar of flour will not empty and your jug of oil will not run dry." The widow obeyed, and miraculously their food never ran out. Elijah was then commanded by the Lord to present himself to King Ahab, for rain was finally to return to the land. King Ahab, blaming Elijah for the troubles in Israel, met him with accusation. Elijah, however, deflected the blame back to Ahab, accusing him of abandoning the Lord's commands and following false gods. To settle the dispute, Elijah proposed a divine contest on Mount Carmel. The prophets of Baal and Asherah would call upon their deities to ignite their sacrifice, while Elijah would call upon the Lord. The God who answered with fire would be recognized as the one true God. Despite their fervent prayers and rituals, the prophets of Baal and Asherah failed to summon a divine response. Elijah, however, rebuilt the altar of the Lord, prepared his sacrifice, and even doused it with water. He then prayed, and fire from heaven consumed the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and even the water. Witnessing this, the people declared, "The Lord, He is God." The false prophets were seized and slaughtered in the Kishon Valley. Finally, Elijah announced to King Ahab the impending arrival of rain. He prayed on Mount Carmel, sending his servant 7 times to look out towards the sea. On the 7th look, a small cloud appeared. Elijah instructed Ahab to return to his chariot before the rain hindered his journey. And indeed, a great rain fell, quenching the parched land. The story of Elijah, King Ahab, and the widow serves as a powerful reminder of faith, obedience, and the supremacy of the one true God. It teaches us that even in the direst of circumstances, the Lord provides for His faithful servants. It also underscores the importance of staying true to divine commands and the dire consequences of following false idols. Lastly, it illustrates the power of prayer and the unfailing ability of God to deliver on His promises. Have you ever wondered about the tale of 2 prophets, Elijah and Elisha, and the whirlwind of events that surrounded their journey? This is a story filled with miracles, prophecies, and a testament to faith in the divine. So let's delve into this intriguing narrative from the Bible. In the heart of this tale lie 2 prophets, Elijah and Elisha. Their journey began by the banks of the Jordan River, where Elijah, with a simple strike of his mantle, parted the waters, They crossed over on dry land, an event that marked the start of their extraordinary journey. Before Elijah was taken away, he turned to Elisha and asked him what he desired. Elisha requested a double portion of Elijah's spirit, a request that would only be granted if Elisha witnessed Elijah's ascension to heaven. As they journeyed on, a chariot of fire, drawn by horses of the same fiery nature, appeared, separating the two prophets. In a whirlwind of divine power, Elijah was taken up to heaven, leaving his mantle behind. Elisha, witnessing this miraculous event, picked up Elijah's mantle, thus acquiring the double portion of his spirit. Elisha then returned to the banks of the Jordan River, struck the waters with Elijah's mantle, and to his amazement, the waters parted, just as they had for Elijah. This was the confirmation of the divine power now vested in him. Moving on to another significant event in Elisha's journey was the story of the poor widow. The widow, in deep debt and with nothing but a jar of oil, sought Elisha's help. Elisha instructed her to borrow as many empty vessels as she could from her neighbors and pour her oil into them. Miraculously, the oil multiplied until all the vessels were filled. Through this miracle, the widow was able to pay her debts and live off the remaining profits. Yet Elisha's journey didn't end here. He had a major role to play in God's divine plan for the nation of Israel. God had decreed judgment upon the wicked rulers of Israel, particularly the house of Ahab and Jezebel, who had led the people into idolatry and sin. Elisha, as God's instrument, sent a disciple to anoint Jehu, a soldier in King Joram's army, as the new king of Israel. Jehu was to execute God's judgment on the house of Ahab. Jehu, newly anointed, swiftly carried out his mission. He put an end to King Joram's reign and confronted Jezebel, who was subsequently thrown out of a window. With Jezebel's death, the prophecy was fulfilled, the house of Ahab was destroyed, and Jehu became the king of Israel. The stories of Elijah and Elisha are more than just tales of miracles and prophecies. They are a testament to the divine power and judgment, a testament to the faith of those who serve God, and a testament to the consequences of straying from the path of righteousness. The journey of these two prophets serves as a reminder of the omnipotent power of the divine and the role each one of us has in the grand scheme of things.